What if someone had been watching you since you were just a child? Following your every move, waiting for years until the perfect moment to strike. This is the terrifying true story of Jodi Sanderholm. A bright, talented 19-year-old dancer whose life was stolen by a predator who had been obsessed with her for years. Jodi Sanderholm grew up in Arkansas City, Kansas, a small, tight-knit community where everyone knew each other. At just 19 years old, she was already everything a parent could hope for: a student at Cali College, majoring in pre-pharmacy, and a passionate member of the college dance team, the Tigerettes. She was kind, outgoing, beautiful, and full of life. She had big plans. She wanted to help people, finish college, and build a bright future. On Friday, January 5, 2007, everything seemed completely normal. At 11:50 a.m., Jodi called her mom, Cindy, right after dance practice. She said she was grabbing lunch at a local sandwich shop, then stopping by the house for a quick shower before meeting a friend and visiting her older sister, who was expecting a baby. She promised she'd be home for dinner. That was the last time anyone ever heard her voice. But Jodi wasn't alone that day. Someone had been watching her for years. Justin Eugene Thurber was 23 years old, a local man who had been creeping around Cali College for a long time. He was obsessed with the dance team. He would hang out in the gym for hours, just watching the girls rehearse. Several women later came forward saying he had stalked them too. But Jodi was his main target. He had been watching her since she was a young girl. Some accounts say as early as age 13. He spied on her through windows, followed her, and knew her daily routines. Just 4 days earlier, on January 1st, Jodi's best friend, ller, had been followed home after practice. She had to drive straight to the police station to shake him off. The next day, her tires were slashed. Jodi was next. After her phone call with her mom, Jodi drove home and stopped at the family mailbox. Something she did every single day. That's where Justin Thurber was waiting. He abducted her in broad daylight. He took her to a remote, rural area in Cowley County, where he brutally raped and murdered her. Her car was later found submerged in a pond. Her body was discovered in the nearby woods. The details of what he did to her are still heartbreaking. By 6 p.m. that evening, the Sanderholm family knew something was terribly wrong. They called the police. A massive ground search began. The entire community came out to look for Jodi. But it was already too late. DNA evidence quickly linked Justin Thurber to the crime. His DNA was found under Jodi's fingernails and inside her car. He was arrested within days. In 2009, a jury convicted him of capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, rape, and more. He was sentenced to death. The case also led to something positive: the passing of Jodi's law. In Kansas in 2008, it expanded the legal definition of stalking and made it easier for victims to get protection orders, a law that has since helped countless women. But for the Sanderholm family, justice has been delayed for almost 2 decades. As of January 2026, to 19 years after Jodi's murder, Justin Thurber is still on death row and still appealing. Just weeks ago, the Kansas Supreme Court heard arguments again. His lawyers claim he is intellectually disabled and therefore cannot be executed.
Today, my argument will focus on the district court's gross misapplication of the threshold inquiry and how its failure to view the evidence in the light most favorable to Mr. Thurber prior to the appointment of neutral experts and a full, fair hearing was both illogical and illegal in violation of his.
The family is exhausted. They say they are tired of the endless appeals while they continue to wait for the justice a jury already delivered in 2009.
She had been raped, sodomized, beaten, and strangled to death. Justin Thurber then drove her car about 10 miles and pushed it off of a boat ramp and sunk it to the bottom of the Cali State Fishing Lake. Jodi did nothing to deserve what she did. She did not even know who Justin Thurber was. We found out at the trial that he had been stalking both her and myself for, at that point, 10 years. She was a valedictorian of her high school. She wanted to be a pharmacist. She was the epitome of what everybody wants their daughter and sister and loved one to be. She did nothing to deserve what she did. The DNA of Justin Thurber was found in my sister's vehicle. He 100% did this. A jury sat there for 2 weeks and listened to the evidence, and they took it very seriously. They found him guilty and sentenced him to death. My fear is that these judges are going to overturn his death sentence, and then my family is going to be put through more torture to where we have to then file with the U.S. Supreme Court.
Jodi Sanderholm was only 19 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. Dreams, love, and a future full of possibilities. Instead, a predator who had been watching her since childhood stole everything in one horrific afternoon. Her story reminds us how important it is to take stalking seriously, even when it seems harmless at first. Jodi's law exists because of her, but her family is still waiting for true closure. What do you think? Should someone like Justin Thurber ever be taken off death row? Or has the system failed Jodi's family long enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And tell us, how early should stalking be taken seriously? If you want more chilling true crime stories like this one, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. A new case drops every week. Thank you for watching. This is Faye Ship Media. Stay safe out there.